I like that intro music. Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
How you doing over there?
I'm all right. How you doing, man? I'm blessed, man. Co-host, I'm blessed.
Definitely. As you say, we on the wake up list, and this is our show just past Thanksgiving. So I gotta make my singing debut because I gotta get to the yams, sweet yams. That's all I got.
This is why. That's why Barack said it.
Hey, gotta get to the yams. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this morning. Here in Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix, we have another great show coming up. We are so lucky to be able to have these shows pretty much primarily on the weekends when the big games are happening. We've been lucky the last few years with the Michigan State game, same weekend, Ohio State, Michigan game, same weekend. So here we have another great show again on that same weekend today. The big game, the game as they want to call it, like they call the Open, the British Open in golf. This is the game for football, college football. We're going to talk about a few of the other games, the Egg Bowl, the Iron Bowl. We're going to talk about a few later that's happened this weekend. So we're very, very lucky to have this happening. As always, click like, click share, and get on the phone, text your people, tell them no. Come on, Felix is on them internet again, talking that crazy sports stuff, and we want to go on there and talk to them and talk about them and agree or refute anything they're talking about. So let's get down to it, sir. I take it you had a great Thanksgiving.
Oh, absolutely. Nice. Food was good. Everything. Hey, I got a question. What do they call the USC Notre Dame game called? Nothing.
I don't think I know that's an annual game. I don't know if there's a trophy on the line for it, but that is one of the games we're going to talk about a little bit later. I don't know if there is an actual name for that. That's really a good question.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering because you said the egg, you said the Iron Bowl. I was like, what's the Notre Dame and USC game?
Let's see here. I don't know. I can name something silly for it, but I've always seen it as I look at it like the Army Navy game, end of the season cross, big rivalry game. That's why I look at them. Those two games. Army Navy, of course, is next weekend in Philadelphia, and this weekend we got those games played. They're playing the later game in USC this year, so that's going to be one rock'em sock'em great football game. I'm looking forward to watching that one as well. It's a great slate of games. So let's get down to it. Our topic of the week: what's up with all the NBA teams that are good and not winning? And that is that's a pretty good question right now. In the East, we got the Sixers, Nets, Bulls, and Heat in 9, 10, 11, 12. None of which, as of last night, have a winning record. I know there were some games last night where a few of them played. They may be having winning records. In the West, the Trailblazers, Mavericks, Warriors, and a little bit further down the line, the Lakers. The Trailblazers and the Mavericks do have winning records, even though they're in the 9 and 10 spot. The Warriors do not have a winning record. They did play last night, and the Lakers are, What you think about that, sir?
They won last night.
Who, the Warriors?
They beat the Spurs.
Okay, so they're back at 500.
Yeah, they beat the Spurs. LeBron came back. LeBron had 21. I think AD had 20 last night. They got about 6, 7 wins. They like 7 and 10, 7. They getting it together. I wouldn't pencil no parade or nothing, but yeah, they getting it.
See no parade for them.
I wouldn't pencil no parade. I wouldn't pencil calling no time off from work. No, none of that. But yeah, you know what? Right? That's what it is. Ham's the new coach. You got Pat Phillip to the same old stuff with getting ejected from the Phoenix game the other night. It's a clown show out there in LA. For real, Laugh Olympics. That's what I call it.
Now, do you think that suspension was warranted? the fact that he went up there, he had to put the, kind of not quite, but kind of put the paws on him for knocking his boy down and staying over top of him.
Okay, so what was the suspension he received?
He got the suspension for coming in and knocking down Andre Ayton. Andre Ayton had knocked down his teammate. That wasn't even a technical foul. That wasn't even a technical foul on Ayton. So, he comes to the defense of his team, and, of course, what normally, as it always happens, the second guy gets the foul more so than the first guy. And then you got Devin Booker egging it on, talking about next time, hit him in the chest and not in the back. And, to me, that's Marshmallow number one, but he talking junk. But, I'm sorry, I can't. His nickname to me, I've always given him was Sister Squint, number two, because he always face off like this. But that's neither here nor there. Talking about him. But he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. It's just fun to tease him a little bit.
I don't even. To be honest with you, I don't even remember. When people used to tell me all the time, man, he played in Kentucky. I'm like, I remember Devin Booker in Kentucky.
I do not either.
You don't either?
No.
Okay. See, I do not. I still tell people to this day, I don't remember Zach at Michigan. I remember Zach Randolph.
I do, because of course I do. I remember him because I definitely remember him being at Michigan State. Oh yeah.
You remember? I mean, you actually. Nah, I do not remember that, man.
Yeah, because I went to a few games, so even I didn't have season tickets at the time. I still came back for a few games, and definitely remember Zach Randolph. Oh yeah.
Do not remember Zach.
Because it was always that they was always talking about that. Is Zach is he out of the gang life totally? Is he into the? It was always that kind of a talk around him when he was at Michigan State, and even though he was balling out of control, next he went to the league, and then they kind of died down a little bit until he started talking John a couple times. But that was the story around him, and so I definitely remember Zach Randolph at Michigan State.
Oh, okay.
I remember AD at Kentucky. He was looking silly.
Yeah, he won a national.
Yeah, he won
a national championship.
Looked like Bert from Sesame Street, but of course that's how he got his nickname.
See, stop.
I like him as a player. It's just fun to tease him. That's who I like to tease a little bit. I like to have a little fun.
Man, stop. Leave that man alone. What's up, man? You have never had nothing positive to say about that, man. He owes you some money or something.
No, I just feel that when he was in New Orleans, he was the all-world man, and I know they played him way too tough in terms of the number of minutes. He was always hurt because he was always out there giving 100%. And it seemed like when he came to the Lakers, he was like, "Well, I ain't got to do that no more." And
exactly.
To me, that's when you own a team where you're gonna get showcased so much more in terms of everything that you do anyway. You was in New Orleans, of course you was down there. It's not a big market city. It's not, and of course Zion is getting way more press than Davis ever got down there, even though he was all NBA in terms of looks, in terms of commercials, stuff like that. So he's in a position now. To me, if he go there and do that and just a little slightly better, LeBron already said he's ready to turn the team over to him. So go ahead and take the mantle. And LeBron already said he's ready to step back and do and just.
We keep having this debate, man. We keep having this debate. Want that? He lived that in New Orleans. He don't want to live that in LA. That's why AD can give you 30. You see, he gave you a four game. AD averaged over 30 each game. We know he can do that. He don't want that, and you don't want it. He don't want it. Like when LeBron went to Miami, the torch is yours. Here you go. LeBron was like, okay, they saying I'm up here with Mike. Let me show y'all what I can do. AD don't mind playing second fiddle. He don't mind being Robin to LeBron Batman. At the end of the day, what you playing for? Championship? Okay, he got one. Even though it was in the bubble, you got one. So you never gonna get that out of him. No, it's no extra. You get when you order 6 nuggets with him, you get 6 nuggets. You don't get that nugget that and it look like it's 7. No, you don't know. You get 6 nuggets.
All righty. Let's see. Let's move forward with our NBA talk. Winning teams. I'm gonna surmise this about saying that the Sixers and should make the playoffs this year. I don't know about the Nets. They still got a whole lot of turmoil going on over there. The Bulls should, and the Heat could have an opportunity to move up. That's 9, 10, 11, 12. So they got to bump those teams that are behind them. And let's see, the Trailblazers. Let's see here. Mavericks should make it. Warriors probably make it out. But the surprise teams, we got the Pacers and the Wizards. Was that 3 and 4 right now? And the Pelicans and the Kings in the West doing so much better than they've done in the past. Pelicans, they're not at full strength. Zion keeps coming back and forth, but when he's out there, the boy is dominating. And so the boy, he playing that bully ball. He don't quite have a isolation. They give him to him on the wing on a break, and he dunking on somebody. He getting a rebound. He bullying them down, and he dunking on somebody. They'll set a screen for him, and he dunking on somebody. That's his game. So hey, I hope that he stays healthy enough to continue to play well. I like the fact that the Kings are there. I can't name one player on that team, but they're out there and they're doing well. They don't know they are. So remember when we had this discussion? You're the NBA guy. You're more the NBA guy. So when I say that, I know you're gonna jump in with a good player.
Darren Fox. Darren Fox left. Darren Fox left the Lakers. He was with. Remember, he was with Charlotte. He used to be with the Bobcat. Well, the Hornets now. Remember when Michael Jordan smacked him in the back of the head on national TV? That's the guy.
Oh, that guy.
He
that guy. Okay.
Left there. He came to LA. He left there. He went to Sacramento. And you know the coach was
the coach of Sacramento is
Mike Davis.
What was it? Mike Davis is the coach now?
Yeah, Mike Davis. Mike Davis. He used to coach the Warriors. Before that, he coached.
Right. He was with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
He coached Kobe. And he coached Kobe with the Lakers. Right at the tail.
The Cavaliers before too. I forgot that they let what's his name son go.
I'm stirring.
See, that's what you do. You the NBA guy.
I got you.
All right, let's move up now. Next topic: are the Detroit Pistons playing up to their potential?
It's not them. It's the coach, man.
I'm starting to believe that.
It has nothing to do. I'm not a Piston fan. But you know what I said? One night I was flicking through the channels. I say, you know what? I'm gonna do this on behalf of my co-host and my brother Kamau. I actually watched. I didn't watch the whole game. I watched a little bit. It's him. He's draining the life out of them. So by the time whoever so hard to get the strength back, because he's draining the life out of them. When are you gonna call a timeout and stop the run? Basketball is a game of 11-4 run, timeout. You got to get back. You got to do this. You know what? Him and Dan Campbell should share an apartment together. They should, not upstairs and downstairs. Not like that. Not upstairs. So they got to keep walking past each other. They should share an apartment together. Because at the wrong time, and they do right stuff at the dumb time. They did. I said, you know what? I sat there. I said, I'm gonna give it to Kamau. I'm gonna see what. I forget who they were playing. They took off like 11-4 run. He just standing there. Time out.
Yeah, I watched them play against the Lakers.
Make in-game adjustments. Nothing. Terrible, man. Terrible.
You know, I watched play against the Clippers and the Lakers last week, and the first thing I noticed is that they play hard. That's the first thing I noticed. When I watched them last year, they would not play hard. So to me, there's talent there, but the structure to me isn't solid. So that's what I would like to see different.
Okay, we both play sports, so we both familiar with this. If you don't buy in with the coach and what he's preaching, you're not good. So that's what it is. He draining the life out of him. Like at one point, it ain't even Sadiq Bey no more. It's him.
And they talking about trading Sadiq Bey.
Right. They were talking about trading Sadiq. It ain't even Sadiq Bey. It's you got to get rid of the coach and let this go. The worse is going to get. That's the part they not understanding. Word. Because, okay, your number one draft pick, he's not even playing. Now they talking about they might get surgery. If he go out for the season for that, man, you can forget it. It's over.
Who they talking about getting surgery?
Cade got his shin.
Yeah, but they said shin splints.
Right, but they were saying it was all said something about him having surgery for it. So if you have surgery, how long you think you're gonna be on? This is what I'm saying.
Oh, he done.
I'm not even a Cade fan. You know me. You know my take on Curry, all of them. I'm not a fan of none of them. But if you take away your blood, what are you stuck on stupid and glued to dumb? That's what I'm saying. It's over, man. Just go. Okay, so because now it look like y'all tanking, but y'all not tanking. It's gonna get the guy, that 7-foot guy. You're not getting him. Nobody's getting somebody like. Let me think.
He'll go somewhere like.
Hey, somebody. Sorry, that's gonna fall. Like, you know what I'm saying, but they not gonna get him. So that's what I'm saying. It's like they tanking, but it looked like they tanking, but it's the coach. You got to find another coach, man. Or you can get rid of him right now and just let the assistants go ahead and run it.
I've been fighting for the brother for the last 2 years. At this point, I think it's time that they go ahead and make the change. I don't want to take anybody's livelihood away from them, but this is professional sports, and in professional sports, we are here to win. And
the number one person you pick up the phone, Quinn Snyder. That's who you call first.
Okay. I'm not against Quinn Snyder. I like that. All righty. Let's see here. How do you feel about the Pistons City Edition jerseys? We had a poll about that.
You talking about that
green ones with the little D with the circle. 85% people say they love them. 7% say they hate them. 7% more of a fashion statement than the jersey. 1% said they're all right. My personal opinion is I would wear that if it was just for fashion. I couldn't hoop in that. That's and I understand Big Sean's purpose with St. Cecilia, but as a jersey, I wouldn't want to wear that. That's I understand going out there looking good with your waves in your head and take your do-rag off before you get out on the court and that kind of a jersey, but it's too pretty to be a jersey. I understand it's highlighting the city, but I'm something about that jersey that says to me, did you wake up one morning and your deadline was in 30 minutes and that's what you came up with? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that jersey.
I saw that jersey. You know what the first thing I thought about? Real talk. I ain't trying to be funny. I was in the Hampton Middle School. My boy, one of my closest friends, we grew up down the street from each other. Middle school. That's what I thought I was looking at. A Jesus Giant jersey. Because that's
you are so right.
It looks like.
It does look like that. You are so right.
Jesus Giants.
I agree. You did just like this. You put it right on. You did it.
You know what? I wouldn't even sleep in that. No, dog. You know what? No, I'm supposed to look like, and I know you're gonna laugh when I tell you this. I know you're gonna laugh. Don't it look like Midnight Madness?
Midnight Madness?
Midnight, but the first practice when they don't plan in before they put it when they go practice. the opening season basketball. Don't that look like what Izzo and them be wearing?
Yeah.
When they introduced the team.
The cover shirts. Not the jerseys, but the warm-up tops. The warm-up tops. There you go. The Jesus Giants warm-up top. There you go. There you go.
Nah, I couldn't wear that, man. I hope they don't bring that one out. And I hope they don't bring that black one out neither. Have you seen the black one? The all black one with the like that neither, man. Just stick with what y'all had. The teal, I cannot lie. So, and I have the white grand teal. I had the blue and I had the blue, red, and white one. The white one, the home one, and then I got the teal.
The white ones
and I got
tolerable.
the little shooting jacket.
The white ones were tolerable. I did not like that teal. The teal remind me of them too much getting beat real bad.
You know, the teal is cool, but see, well, I got the teal and the shooting jacket. So way through. Then I got a pair of Nikes that set it off all the way. It's the way you put it. Just rock the jersey. Yeah. Nah.
That's what I'm talking about when I say it's a fashion statement. That's putting a fashion statement.
Yeah, it's a fashion statement. Absolutely. It's a fashion statement. I try when I wear it, most of the time I wear it to work. You know what I'm saying? But I got some jogging pants that same color. And then sometimes I swap it up. I wear, instead of wearing the teal one with the shooting, white one with the shooting jacket. But most of the time, nah, because I'm a Piston with Grant, with Joe Dumars and Isaiah. That 04 team was funny, yeah, but they was trash to me. I didn't like Rip. Tayshaun was okay. I didn't like Rip. I didn't like okay. The rest of them I didn't like. I mean, Chauncey was okay, but like I say, man, that team was nah. You ain't catch me.
Like, if you win a championship, I'm gonna like you as a team. They went out there and they did what they needed to do, and they was a tough team. So
you
love that.
They won them 50 games.
50 games with a championship, I take it.
Really?
Did they win?
How much
That's
time
all
we
that
got?
matters.
How much time we got left in this?
We got to move to the next segment before you jump on me too bad.
Something wrong with this guy.
All right. We also had a poll. Will firing Steve Carson go to State worst season? No, I don't think that is. I'll do that just to be funny. I think that it's hard to continue to win at a high level like that when you're in the championship. Is because you get to that mountaintop. It is really tough to get that high as a team and then come back with that same intensity. So, but don't count them out. Don't count out Golden State. Even if they come in and they play in the play-in tournament and they make from there, they still can do some damage with the team that they have. Really quickly, we want to make sure we highlight people that are coming in this morning that are Kevin Freeman. Appreciate you, brother. Love your show. Darren Williams, Don Carnes Cutler, Higby, and Julita Staley, and The Glue. I love you guys for coming in. We love you for coming in. Thank you so much. Elgin Cooper says, go green. Marcus with the Detroit Pistons fan for life. We got Michael Strahan Brand. Hope you guys are tuning in and take a look at us. Sport One, Sports 360, Lay 360 Sport. People at Chrysler, Jeremy Haynes, Jerome Rutledge, Darren Smith. Let's see. Let me move the cursor a little bit. Carmen Evans, Darren Williams, Sabrina Cooper Johnson, Roger Williams, Roger Porter. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming in this morning and tuning into our show. Of course, we always say we want to be the soul train of this generation. When you wake up on Saturday, looking forward to watching us and seeing what we're talking about, have some fun, and chime in and say hello and let us know that you're there. And with our comments, comment on what we comment on. That way we know you're out there. And this show is about not just the two of us, about everybody. We want to know what's going on out there in your sports world so we can continue to service you as the wonderful people that are with us today. All right, college basketball, really quickly. Parity is not a rarity at this point. There's a lot of teams that are doing very, very well out there. The mid-majors are beating the majors as always, not just in the tournament, but in the pre, and not just in the NCAA tournament, but in these preseason tournaments. We had the Hawaii, the field night, the Jimmy V, all those wonderful preseason tournaments. But also, if you haven't noticed, a lot of the conference games are happening in between these tournaments because a lot of these conferences are adding all these teams now. They have to find a way to still get everything in and still keep their commitments to these tournaments. So early December for a lot of these conferences are starting now, where they really didn't start till January. So it's a new day and age out here now. Let's see. Right now, North Carolina had their first loss last night. Houston, Kansas, Texas, Virginia, Gonzaga, they've all had a close scare, or if not a loss. Baylor, Duke, Arkansas, Creighton, Indiana, Michigan State now at 4-2. They won last night after losing the other night to Alabama. Auburn, Arizona, Kentucky, Illinois, San Diego State, Alabama, UCLA, UConn round up the top 20. These teams are tough. The talent is there. These kids are in the gym 24 hours a day almost, shooting and playing defense. What my Saints argument is, they doing all that, but they still not teaching that fundamentals. And it drives me nuts to see those kids. But the only one thing I like most about college, like I said last time, is they make a couple mistakes. Coach gonna call a timeout. He gonna rein them back in. In the NBA, they just let them go. They just run up and down the court, turnover, layup, turnover, dunk, turnover, three-pointer miss. So that's what you see in the NBA, and that drives me nuts.
Right.
All right. Let's see here. Let's see. We're going to need to move forward. We make sure we stay on time. We're going to move to NFL. But as always, click like, click share. Get the book. I know you probably can't see it because of my background. There you go. Great for this journey every day. Written by Mr. Marcus Holmes, the man behind the scenes, our super producer, the Wiz that lives in Oz. We want to make sure we appreciate him and let you know that he has his show. The flagship show of all of us is Love and Stuff, which is Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. On same channels. Also, there is Love and Scriptures. There is Gratefulness Journey every day. There's a lot of different shows in our diaspora, not only with just Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. Make sure you're tuning in for all of them. And we want to thank, as always, I want to make sure we thank him for coming up with these concepts so we can reach people. As a matter of fact, Thursday we had the Friendsgiving edition of Love and Stuff, where we were on pretty much through this channel, but through a Zoom action where we were able to reach out to people for Thanksgiving. So that was a fun opportunity to go on an hour and watch the Giants get cheated at that touchdown in the very beginning. That was blatant ridiculous. As a matter of fact, we move right up to that right now. 3 good Thanksgiving Day games. We got the Lions who went down to the wire, and we got the Giants getting cheated in the first quarter. As soon as I saw that, I knew what was going to happen. That was just way too
Welcome
blatant.
to Jerry's World.
That's right. That was Jay Jones' call. And the Vikings outlasted the Patriots. And one correction, we want to apologize. Deshaun Watson comes back next week. He started practice the week. Instead of us saying we thought that he would start playing, he started practice the following week. He actually plays next week against the Houston. And I think that is in Houston. But correct me if I'm wrong, but I know they do play Houston.
That's in Houston. It's
in Houston. Deshaun Watson will be back. I don't know if I would bring him back that first game. I would make him available, but I don't know if I would bring him back that game. It's already going to be a whole lot.
You got to lose.
Hoopla.
You already out the playoffs. That's what you got to lose.
What?
You paying
3-7 right now.
220-something million guaranteed. What are you talking about? You put him.
I would start in the second. I would play in the second series, not the first.
Why? Why? Okay, look at it this way. You still out the playoffs. He go out there and you lose. You're still out the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying I wouldn't play him. I would just delay it a little bit.
For what? He already beat 10 weeks. Put him out there. Okay, what I'm saying is practice ain't too much different than the game. So he been practicing with you. Gotta put him out there. You're paying him $220 million guaranteed, sat for 10 weeks. Come on, put him out there.
I would play. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm just saying it wouldn't be, as direct.
You start him, yeah. But you start him. Take the red there. Yes. It's time for him to get hit. It's time for, of course, because now he's doing game. He's actually playing in game versus practice where they blow the whistle. They're about to hit him. They blow the whistle. Put him out there. Let him get hit. Dirty. Let him, that's like having a brand new car. You paying the car now? That doesn't make sense.
Okay, all right. You pull me to the Felix side. Go on, start him. Go on, start him. All right, let's see. I'm telling you, we drove to Houston Thursday morning, and we get there and it's bad weather. And they right after the Lions kicked the field goal to tie it up, and 23 seconds left. I'm thinking, but game, let's see, then the weather people said we're gonna cut in real quick. In the game, we're sorry, we got some bad weather going on, and blah blah blah. And he never went off for another 20 minutes. I didn't get to see the end of the game. KHOU, shame on you. You could have did a split screen and kept him on the side. You could have turned the volume off of the game and showed the game and let him have the volume for people to be safe. I get it, but everybody wait all year for that one game. And I know that it wasn't the Houston team wasn't playing, but it's still the tradition. So I'm sitting there, I get a text on my phone, game over. I'm like, so obviously a field goal. How'd they get down there? So I see the highlights later. I was so mad, but
once again, Dan Campbell. Once again, Dan Campbell. That's who lost. He didn't lose that game. He does bonehead things at the wrong time. Right things at the. It's just he's horrible, man. He's just horrible. And I was looking at their schedule. Okay, so they're what, 4-7 now. After yesterday, after the Bills game. Real talk, they should run the table because you get Green Bay again, you get Minnesota again, you get Chicago. That's 7-7 right there. You get Jacksonville. That's 8. Bad thing about it is
that's one. That's one. Jacksonville. Only Jacksonville.
So you don't think they can beat Chicago again?
No.
At home?
No.
Wow. A little bit, man. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm very serious.
They already beat this. They beat the Bears in Chicago.
Barely.
That was a nice. Then they win by like 6 or 7 that game, right?
But the game still went down to the fourth quarter.
But it does. They won, right? That's
they won.
Like you said.
They won.
A win is a champion. They just won.
I agree. Using my logic, a win is a win is a win. I get it. But this second time around through, I don't see it happen. I don't know.
It's in Ford Field.
In Ford Field.
You don't get them. You don't get them. They are on the road. We have seen that. At home, they suck or better at home. In Chicago, they went to, okay, real talk. Don't have that long run he had. They lose by 14. That's who killed him. Don't have no help. If he had help, oh my God, there'd be something terrible. But this is what I'm saying. The Bears at home.
I don't know. I'm gonna say out of those 4 games you said, I only see them winning 1, and that's against Jacksonville.
Boy, you got turkey on your mind or something. I ain't no. You don't think they can? You don't think they can beat Green Bay and Green Bay?
In Green Bay in December.
They have done it. Now even though they have done it. So you can't say it ain't never been done. They have done
I'm not saying it never
even
been
though
done.
Matt was back there. but they have done it. So he don't got Aaron Rodgers. I'm not a Lions fan. The only thing what I'm saddened by is because the more it's going to be hard to fire him, and they're going to bring him back. I wish I had her number. I wish I really did. I tell her I come clean. If you board field after every home game for free, that's how bad I won't even. I sweep up everything: chips, nachos, fries, big boy, all that. Look at that man.
I agree. I agree that it's probably best that we go ahead and get ourselves another coach at this point. But I don't know. I don't know when they're gonna pull the trigger or if they're gonna pull the trigger. The question is
bring
if.
Kyle
Bring who back?
Caldwell back for real.
They're not gonna bring Caldwell back. That's not gonna happen. That means in their minds that they would have to say that we were wrong for letting them go in the first place. That's not gonna happen.
Well, see, the mama said she liked Caldwell. So this is the daughter, right? Usually mothers and daughters are like, they like a two things. Her mom like, you know what? I was talking to my mama. My mama said, give Jim a call. See, she can always play it now.
My mama said I can't go to the movies with that guy, so I snuck out of the house. That's why she gonna have Jim Caldwell back.
Yeah, be drunk. You're right. Absolutely.
Honestly, I'm with you. I agree with you 100%. If that's one of the calls that I would make. I would call Tony Dungy and say, hey, who are the hot guy coaches that are out there right now? Tony Dungy's never been wrong when it comes to that stuff. I would talk to him first, and if he say go ahead and go back to Caldwell, I would do that. That's
okay. Here's a name for you. Unemployed, but he got re-employed by ESPN. What about Herm Edwards?
Whew. We came to win the game. The job is how did he say it? You play to win the game, Mr. Herm Edwards. I don't know. After seeing Herm's face at the end of that last game in Arizona State, I don't know. He looked. I don't know if he's refreshed enough yet to come back. He needed a little bit of time off because that stressed him indubitably. The look on his face as they walked him off the field and fired him, and before he got to the tunnel, his face. I don't know.
So you said he more deflated.
Yes, right now, I think he needs a little bit more time in Cabo and Cancun, need a little bit more vacation time to get himself rejuvenated. I agree he's a great coach, but I don't know if he's ready right now. I would say that to me that would be a June hire. That would be a June hire.
Okay, there's another one. Eric Bieniemy.
I like that. A good offensive mind. Guys that people respect. I like that.
Okay. Even though he already said no, Sean Payton.
You would have to give up the house to get Sean Payton. You would have to give up. All the Lions would be willing to give up that much to get Sean Payton. But I would love to see Sean Payton take over.
Yeah, here's another scenario. Let's say the Cowboys. The coach for the Cowboys. If he becomes available, do you? Mike, what's his name? I forget his last name. The guy.
No.
What do you mean? No, he won a Super Bowl.
No. I will say no when he became the Cowboys coach. And I'm not even a Cowboys fan. I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm a passing fan because you're down here and you see everything on TV every day about them. But when they said they were hiring him, I said no. Because let's see, what's a good team that he would be a fit for? He needs to be like a laid-back city where Green Bay was perfect for him because of the type of city that he was in. And his personality matches that city.
So Indianapolis would be a good place for him.
Exactly. Yes, I would agree. Indianapolis would be great. I would not. You need somebody. The reason why the Lions coach works now is because we're a fiery city. Let's go get it done kind of city. That's why he works for the city.
Okay.
My boy Face say, hell, they go get Jason Garrett for the Lions as a coordinator. As a coordinator, I would hire him as a coordinator, but not as a head coach.
Jason, you know what it was? Jason Garrett wasn't a bad coach. He was trying to please Jerry, as well as coaching. If Jerry Jones was just step back and let the coach, he could. That's why the tuna left. That's why I feel that's why Bill Parcells coming down here.
Parcells said, if I'm cooking the food, why can't I go shopping for the groceries? That's my favorite saying. I love that. When he said
man, where you get that from? Who said
Parcells said. Parcells said that. That's why he said,
hey, what now? He say what?
If I'm cooking the food, why is it I can't go help shop for the groceries? That's why he said he wanted to leave.
You know that sound like that Jesse telling Bo and Luke something like that sound like some old Dukes of Hazzard type crap.
I agree. That do sound like the movie, but that's what he said. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but that's pretty much what he said. All righty. Let's see. Really quickly.
If I could cook them for the that makes sense.
In the interest of time, we got to move forward. Good games this weekend: Broncos and Panthers, Bengals and Titans, and Steelers and Colts. Those are good games. I'm looking forward to seeing. Let's move really quickly in the college football. We're gonna start by saying, Mr. Willie Rogers, a good buddy, says, Felix, you rolling with the suck eyes, and since you got your jersey on. But don't worry, Willie, we're gonna get to the predictions for the game. We're gonna get predictions for Michigan, Ohio State, Notre Dame, USC, and Michigan State, Penn State. We're gonna talk about those. We're gonna get 3 quick predictions at the end. But we are gonna roll into college football. We got the Iron Bowl today. Auburn and Alabama. The game for some reason seemed like something play turns that game. I never get the field goal, the 109-yard run back, interceptions. There's always one play in that game that turned that game, and I do like watching that game because those teams be out there. That's the equivalent of our Michigan State, Auburn, Alabama, and Alabama Tuscaloosa going after each other like that. Two top programs. They're saying Alabama. Auburn should go ahead and hire Cadillac Williams because they're playing for him and they love him. And I'm not against that as a hire. Go ahead, hire Cadillac. Let's see. Last night, the Egg Bowl, Mississippi State upset Ole Miss 24-22. That is truly an upset because you got a supposed good coach over there who's been around the SEC in 4 different teams already, and talking about leaving for another one. Maybe the team is not playing out for him, so they think he's gonna leave him. But that was a good game. And then we got
he's coming back. Lane Kiffin said
they
coming back.
They always say that until that money show up on the porch. Until
the job was the rumor was they was gonna hire him at Auburn. He said no.
Auburn, yeah.
I'm coming back. I think he's gonna leave because if he was gonna leave, he would already left. He would already voted. Look at his resume, dude. He went to the Raiders. He left there. He went to Ole Miss. No, he went to Alabama. Now yet Ole Miss. So if he was gonna leave,
don't go back. Kentucky. He was at Tennessee. Excuse me. He was at Tennessee. And then he left the USC. Then he went from USC down to
then he went to FI. Then he go to
Florida Atlantic. Yeah, Florida Atlantic.
Yeah,
Florida Atlantic.
Then he left. And then he went to the Raiders. And
the Raiders.
Left the Raiders. And then he went to and then he left Alabama. And now yet Ole Miss. If he was gonna leave, trust me, he would have left.
Go.
All right. So he's been in three SEC teams already. He's been at or rumored he was at Alabama, but as an assistant, head coach in Tennessee, and head coach.
You know what's funny? Look at all the jobs he done had. Ain't that something?
Yeah, he's had some premier jobs.
He had some good jobs. He had no bullcrap jobs. He had some good jobs.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
So, you know, when your father was a great coach and they see you as a genius offensive mind and everybody back you up, you're gonna get those jobs.
Right.
All righty. Let's see it. Then the game we want to make sure we on the watch list is Notre Dame USC. I don't know who what we gonna do they already have a name or should we give it a name?
Like it is, because I can't. I would have to actually phantom that one. I would have to phantom what I would call it. Miami played Notre Dame. They called it coaches versus Catholics versus convicts. So I don't know what I would call that. I don't know what I would call it. But that's what they call it, Miami versus Notre Dame.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
versus convicts.
But if you look at both rosters, it was just as much craziness on both sides of those rosters as it was. But of course, Notre Dame with the Golden Dome knows how to shine it up a little bit differently than you got down
under
there.
the dome, right?
Yeah, they shine it up a little bit differently down in Miami. All right, so we're gonna quick look at our Heisman candidates. We got Caleb Williams, QB USC, CJ Stroud, QB Ohio State, Max Duggan, QB TCU, Blake Corum, running back, Michigan, and Stetson Bennett. Right now, those are the perennial favorites. Over the next couple of weeks, they're going to be really touting these guys as they move forward towards the Heisman Trophy ceremony, which I think is in 3 weeks. I want to say it's normally right after everybody
has the first week in September. September. It's the first week in
December. So that's 2 weeks. So that it's normally. Right. I think they moved it back a week because everybody's have those conference championships. So I think they moved back a week because it used to be the same weekend as Army Navy game, but I think they moved it back a week because of that. So out of that group, who do you think should win it?
I would go undefeated, right? Because who's undefeated? So it should go down between Max from Georgia. Because well, you know what? See what CJ Stroud do today. If CJ Stroud go out and he's makes his mark and he stayed on their back and they have a convincing win. When I say convincing, I ain't talking about no 3 or 4, 7 or more, which I believe they will. Then yeah. Now as far as my man, if you're gonna put Blake Corum in there, you need to put the running back from Illinois in there because he leads the nation in rushing.
Okay. All right. Out of the group, I like not Blake Corum, but Stetson Bennett the best. He's quietly going about his business all season. He's quietly going out there and just playing, led his team. They're undefeated, and he's made the plays. He's made the plays when it's been necessary every single time. So to me, that's my Heisman winner. He probably won't win it because he's not the sexy pick. He's not the guy who's going to go out there and garner all the attention. But to me, that's the Heisman winner. All righty. Moving down, we moving quick calls for the pause as we get ready for our Stupid Sports News. Before we jump into Stupid Sports News, we want to make sure we highlight Small Business Saturday. We do have merch now, and I think we do have a site where you can go to get some level stuff, merch, as well as Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix merch, where we looking pretty snazzy, where you got shirts and sweaters and all kind of fun gear. Miss Christina was already advertising. She has a video for us, and we're going to put that on our page. Also, anybody else out there that's a small business, go support them. Cyber Monday is Monday. We want to make sure we're supporting, keeping the money in our community as best as possible. And it's Christmas time. Go ahead and get those gifts. Make sure you get the book by Marcus. Go ahead and go to Amazon. You can get that within a few days. Even though Amazon is backed up by about a week, you'll still get it. It's right there. It's been posted right here in our chat. So please go and get some merch. It goes to the children out there for scholarships. And speaking of which, at the end of the season, we're going to get ready do before the Super Bowl. We're going to do a scholarship effort for that. All right, stupid sports news. Jerry Jones in a 1957 photo showing him trying to stop the kids from being integrated into his high school. Here's why I think that's stupid. Who was it that went and found this picture and said, that looked like Jerry Jones? Who was the person who knew it was Jerry Jones? Why is, you always gotta ask these questions. Not what, why? Why now, after all this time, that they want to put Jerry Jones out there like that? It's really no secret that Jerry Jones, you know, he considers himself, you know, a little bit better than others. I shall put it. That's the way you can hear the way he talks, especially when they did the national anthem stuff. How he said, "You're not gonna be on my field doing that." You could tell that, you know, that's how he always his feelings. But who was the person who was able to look in there and say, "Oh, that's Jerry Jones. Let's look at him." How does that happen? That's what I want to know.
I'm gonna say one name. Dang.
You said Dak Prescott?
I said Daniel Snyder.
Oh, that's right, because the newspaper that ran it is out of DC. There you go. And the thing is, when he asked him about it, did you see the press conference? He had that silly grin on his face, like, yeah, I was there. And he was ready for it. He was ready for the question. So
I'm sure.
It was, you know stuff like that happen.
Sure.
Of course, you got all those people. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sure Daniel Snyder got a lot of stuff on him. And a lot of the owners don't rock with Daniel Snyder. Mm-hmm. So, right now, Jerry Jones, the Cowboys is winning, and they check out the division lead. They tied with the Giants. If what's the perfect opportunity to come out and get him? Let me get him right now when he ain't even looking. And Jerry Jones' defense, we don't know how Jerry Jones has his parents. We don't know if they were racist or whatever. We don't know. Times out of 10, during those times, your answer were because you was curious. What was you curious about? You already know what's going on. Mm-hmm. I'm tired of getting an excuse for it. Stop calling it what it is. Let's address the elephant in the room. You knew what you was there for. Right? Show him throwing bottles or pointing or whatever anti-racial slur. We don't know, because we don't know when they took the photo. They could have took the photo after. They could have took the photo before he threw a bottle. They could have took the photo before he said remark. But I say that to say this is, why is it always an excuse? If you were there, you knew what you were there.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Oh yeah, it was 60 years ago.
I feel much better.
Man up.
Mm-hmm. That's me. This is the truth. This is what the times were at the time. You were right. I was there for nefarious reasons. We all were there. This is our way of thinking during that time. I'm not that man anymore. You go with that line. You say that. You know what nobody says? Nobody says anything. People say, "Thank you for Jerry for being honest." That was that time of the holes that's being put on people. So that was Jerry Jones being wrong at the time, and I'm sorry. How simple is that? If the thing is, watching his face during that interview when they talk about it, you can just tell that, yeah, it was me. So what? That's pretty much what he wanted to say. Right. If you just go ahead and say things the right way, it would have been, the story would have been almost pretty much over by now. But you're right. Daniel Snyder is a slick guy. It probably was him doing that. Let's see here. Another U of M basketball incident. U of M playing against Arizona State last week, and Arizona State was up on them big. And at the time, guys trying to dribble out the game, and the kid comes down and steals the ball and comes and shoots a three. And so then right after that, they get the layup, put it in, and go to a full court press. Time runs out. Coaches at midcourt shaking hands, and you can tell that the coaches are like, "Hey, Bobby Hurley can see what's going on. Juwan Howard turns around like, oh man, I'm sorry. And so, this is another kind of not really a black eye, but just another little chip on the program. Of course, we want to highlight that just a little bit. But what I really want to highlight before we get out of here, 8 people charged in U of M fight gate or tunnel gate. Do you think they're going to go to trial?
Jim Harbaugh is going to push for it to go to trial. See, anytime this is the thing, right? But until look, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. If it was Michigan players fighting a Michigan State player in the tunnel, right? But because it was his player getting demolished by his, okay, yeah, all of them should be charged. Really? Come on, man. What we doing? Nobody should get hit with a helmet. No, I mean, we like you said, we both played the sport. Nobody should get hit with the helmet. For you to prolong and walk back there with them after you just beat them, kind of instigated the incident, sir. But it's no, I'm not saying he got what he deserved and all that. But at the same token, you kind of, that's like me coming over your house right now in Texas and putting my feet up on the TV. I mean, put my feet up on your table and like, hey man, give me something to drink. Your house, you have every right to put me out like on one of them Looney Tunes commercials or do me like that, right? Absolutely, it's called respect.
Right,
it's earned. But on the same token, you have every right to do. Hey man, I'm here, man. And give me something to drink, and I take my feet up and I put my feet on your table. Yeah.
Right. All right. Really quickly so we can get out of here, let's get some predictions on the game today. Michigan versus Ohio State. Who you got?
The Buckeyes.
All right.
You know what?
Honestly,
I would say this number was going to be the score. I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be 7-10. Ohio State.
I think if Blake Corum it plays today, I know he's gonna play anyway. But if he plays up to potential, Michigan by 3. But my official score is Ohio State 21-17. All right, Notre Dame USC. What you got?
17-13.
I see a shootout.
Tight game.
I see a shootout. 34, 35, 28, something like that out there. And I see USC taking that. Michigan State, Penn State. Are they going to get bowl eligible?
Yeah, because dummy coach Franklin. He's an idiot. Yeah. So I say Michigan State 31-28. Yeah.
I say 31-28 Penn State.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the other way. 31-28 Penn State. Yeah. Yeah. I hate to say that because every now and then, here's why. James Franklin is every blind nut finds a squirrel. And that's James Franklin. And today, they're not going to find a squirrel. All right, everybody. On that note, we got to get out of here. Thank you guys for joining us on one of a glorious day. Next show is December 10th. And we will have more talk on Heisman. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe out there. And see you guys soon.